Alright, everyone, we are back. That's right, TalkingTelly is back, and we are finally discussing the great show which came out in November. But, it's good timing. It's good timing for its arguable sequel. We're, of course, talking about genv, the spin off show for the hit Amazon series, The Boys. Now, The Boys Season 4 is going to be coming out in two weeks, so we decided it's about time to cover genv. And we definitely are not only covering it now because Owen only finished it like a week ago.
Look, I heavily slept on this show. I hibernated on Gen V. Like, I took a fat nap, said I'd come back to it. I never did. Was looking through Amazon. I was like, you know what? After watching the recent trailer, and I hate to say it, I spoiled myself. We'll get into this later. I fucking spoiled myself because I recognized two of the characters. I was like, right, I need to go back and watch this just in case, I am going to be missing out heavily coming into season 4. And yeah, fuck me, what a slapper.
Yeah, I mean, it's The Boys is coming into I think everyone had the same feeling as I did and you did coming into The Boys or Gen V. Yeah, I don't know, it's a spin-off and we love The Boys, but like, do we need more? I mean, we like more, but do we need it? Is it necessary? Is this another MCU satirization? Are we talking like the Disney shows, like on Hawkeye and all this random bullshit that we need? Miss Marvel? Are we just diluting everything down? And I let you check it. And then college, that's a bit, I don't know. And then you watch episode 1 and you realise it's just The Boys, but with new characters. It's phenomenal. I mean, the gore is arguably the most gory it's ever been in Gen V.
It is worse. Like, I don't have a squeal factor for these kind of things. But fuck me, some of the stuff in this show.
I'd be squealing.
Ooh.
I mean,
like even characters who don't really have conventional powers in order to like enact gore. You have like the normal kind of powers. You have like just normal stuff, which would like even Homelander. You're always going to get gore factor of Homelander just because it's brute strength. There's characters in this show you wouldn't necessarily think would have it in them, but you're watching, you're like, fuck me, that is horrible. That's horrible.
I not only the gore, but the mystery, the varying plot points of different characters which the boys have and how they all link together. It's perfectly done in Gen V. The kind of specific episode, I wouldn't say cameo characters, but like highlight characters, where every couple of episodes you might have a specific character show for the episode and then kind of the highlight, the viewpoint that they need to stop or overcome or work with. And they're always great. So in The Boys, it's like, the cult leader, or it'll be like Lamplighter, or, some of the other characters. Or when, like, the big sex episode, or, so, like, all the soldier boys, like, different, co-workers, how they all kind of have their own episode. Gen V has a similar, which we'll talk about later. Some household favorites straight away, like Tech Knight and Ashley and a couple others.
Tech Knight, fucking hell.
I think we just go straight into it. I just want to talk about how episode 1, how it just is one of the best episode 1s. Like episode 1, The Boys is great because you have, instantly you have Huey's girlfriend dying and then, Billy Butcher coming in and everything is great. And Gen V is the same, man. Like you come in, okay, Marie's cool, she uses blood, that's nice, that's nifty. And like she's taken to the party, with by all the, like, I call them the poppy things,
Oh, she's taken to the nightclub.
Yeah.
My god.
And I'm watching this and I'm like, I assume they're all going to be assholes and kind of, pricks. And they kind of are. Some of them turn out to be a bit real. And then you have Andre messing, like he's, showing around he's basically Magneto, showing around his magnetism powers and gets shrugged and basically throws like a bullet into a girl's neck and she's bleeding out and Marie has to save her. The effects are great, obviously, but I think what I love is the characters are great, particularly a character which isn't in the show for too long, but his presence is always felt, is God, I almost called him Starboy.
Yeah, Golden Boy.
Golden Boy. I mean, Golden Boy is great. And by the way, I only saw this now. Do you know who plays Golden Boy? You won't know. You won't know.
I won't know. All right, tell me.
It's Patrick Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
His son. Oh,
That's crazy.
that is pretty good, actually. That is pretty cool.
I mean, Gen V is. I'm just feeling good. Like, so yeah, I think it's the mystery because you come in and obviously it's the typical Vought corruption. So Marie comes in, but she can't become, she can't go to the crime fighting school because there's not enough slots. And then, at the end of the day, when she manages to kind of save the people at the club, they want to, pin it on her, and, she did everything. And then that, like, the whole fight at the end of the episode is insane. Where she goes in, and it's just so fucking, oh my god, I forgot his name again.
Golden Boy.
No, sorry, I keep thinking of Star Boy or Soldier Boy.
Bro, you gotta. So she goes
Boy.
into
She
goes into Singh's office.
Yeah, and he burns him alive, like, and he hugs him, burns him to death, and it's like it's the mystery. It's what's going on. You're asking that question throughout the whole show. And the show is basically like a big murder mystery. You know what I mean? Maybe not murder mystery, but it's like something's afoot, and our characters need to find it. And I personally love that.
You know what? It's kind of like 13 Reasons Why.
Well,
I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
13 Reasons Why without all the suicide and promoting, awful terms. Well, it's not promoting suicide.
Well.
What's that to say?
Well.
Well,
Golden Boy does off himself after the effects of
the
group on his mental health and
without the gratuitous nature.
Yeah, true. Look, I hate comparing anything to 13 Reasons Why because I just think it's the most overrated shitty show ever. Like, it's fucking crap. Gen V doesn't deserve to be in the same category as it, but it does share some like similarity. Like, it does. If you think you just put it down on the paper. Person who you think is going to be the main character dies. You follow a character who has just been like brought along for the ride after having like short but meaningful interactions with the character who died, and now they're trying to piece together, going through their best friends and trying to piece together why they do such a thing. Eventually finding out that all of them are guilty of something. Yeah. And that the skill has some part to play in it.
Yeah, actually.
For covering it up. It's very fucking... It is.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cast of characters and the powers that make the show, similarly to The Boys. But, like, I love the powers. And obviously in this, everyone has powers. Like, there's basically no characters which have powers, which, is what we want to see, And... I don't even know where to start. Do we want to start off with, like, the potential issue of the next season, or do we say that to the end?
I think we just talk about what makes Gen V different to The Boys, because, look, I'll say for one, like, you were describing the show to me, and of course you didn't want to spoil anything to me, but, like we said at the start of the pod, it's very much, The Boys college. Yeah. And when I heard that, I was like, I don't want to fuck another Riverdale. I don't want no bullshit. But Gen V does a perfect job of stepping away from The Boys, but yet still being influenced by The Boys, which I think is really good. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a really good way for a spin-off to take itself. It's not like, oh, this is like a character who was in The Boys, but now they're spinning off. It's characters who are in The Boys making cameos in Gen V, which is like the perfect way to do it. And it also builds a lot on The Boys world, because we see the aspect of The Boys and we see the aspect of the Seven. Like, my personal opinion, like, as someone who doesn't really know much from The Boys comics, it's like, well, how does one join the Seven? How does one become a hero? Can you just put on a costume and you're like, I have a power. Let's go. Am I in the group? But, Gen V does a very good job of showing, like, there is a whole, like, as what modern society would be, there is like a teaching process to this. You do have to be taught how to interact with the media. You have to be taught how to interact with the public. You have to be taught like criminology lessons. You have to be taught this, that, and the other. Like, it's all interesting, and it shows that not everyone with a superpower gets to be a hero either. Some of them are actors. Some of them are, artsy. They're like finding ways to express themselves. Some want to be content creators. It's like, it shows what life would be like in this weird fucking world.
Yeah,
but it grounds it in reality as well.
Oh yeah, I think it really kind of fleshes up the boys' world. It keeps it from being pigeonholed in a little thing, which I think the boys is always great at doing. It's like, it always shows these not random, but these different groups, these different characters. I think it's great, and it fuels in perfectly with the end of season 3 and the rise in the discourse between soups and non-soups. And I think Gen V handles it perfectly, where you have different, I mean, it's at the focal point of the end, where when the mystery is resolved. No, well, no, not even if, when. But it's like, you can feel the tension in the actual college. Different students are protesting. They're making gatherings. They're being locked down. They don't really know what to do. They have these awful feelings. Obviously, they figure, like, it starts with them knowing that they're injected with, like, that they're not born with the stuff, but the V.
Yeah, it's only rich families who get it. The V compound V.
And by the end, obviously, when it comes out that it comes out that the college is a front for the lab, and all the soups, rightfully so, are like, what the fuck? Like, we're just being tested on. We're just being used to, like, basically just being killed and experimented on. Like, that's crazy. And obviously, what they do isn't right, but they just start killing the humans. I mean,
I think it was Sam goes around and it's like, oh no, who was it? Oh no, it was the people from the woods itself. They were like, are you a soup? Yeah, okay. Are you a soup? No, just murks them. Yeah. It's like, what?
It's odd. I mean,
the whole woods arc is fucking amazing as well. Dr. Cardoza is fucking, like, we'll get into it later, of course, with the virus and stuff like that. But, like, you're watching some of this, and that was genuinely the most unnerving thing ever.
I mean, yeah, you have no idea whose allegiances lie where. You have the dean, and she's like, you can tell she's trying to schmooze up to Marie, kind of convince her, doing a couple other things, doing it with Kate as well. But you're like, so, what is she trying to do? And then she's with the lab, and they're trying to suppress mutants or soups. And then it turns out they're just trying to kill them, and she has her own agenda. And then Cardoza, and then Olivia Newman comes in, and it's like, oh shit, they're saved, the virus is gone. And then she kills him, and it's like, oh shit, oh no. And then Newman just has the virus, and it's like, the implications of Gen V are tremendous, which I think, I didn't expect it. I thought Gen V, as I said, spin-off, kind of stepped away from the boys, not much impact. But Gen V, I don't think it's not a must-watch in any sense. But I think,
it's a definite. I think it's a definite watch. If you watch the season 4 trailer for the boys, that's the whole reason why I went back and watched Gen V. There's so much stuff referenced in that trailer.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's
like, they directly, specifically mention the virus. They show what the virus did to, like, an amputated part of a soup's arm. Yeah. They show Sam and they show Kate in the 7 headquarters, like, being like the guardians of the Godolphin, and it's like, all this shit. You're like, wow, you really have to fucking watch it. Like, Gen V is season 3.5 of the boys.
Yeah,
I don't care what anyone says. Like, it is 3.5. Like, it is kind of following the fucking Disney Plus suit of, you have to watch this show before you watch this show, and you have to do this before you watch this. But honestly, I think it's worth it.
I think we should go on to some of the characters that I think we just make up the show and make it great. And I think let's start off with one of your characters. One of the characters that you think is stand out and you really thought kind of makes the show.
One of the characters who kind of like, that's kind of difficult to say.
Maybe not makes the show, but like, we're going to go through most of the characters. But what do you think? What's a character that you're like, damn, I like this character? You know what I mean?
See, I already know who you're gonna say.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say someone. I already know who you're gonna
Yeah,
say.
I think I know who you're gonna say. So that's what I'm trying to. I'm like, come on, I know who you're gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna say who you think I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
no, because I know that you know who I'm gonna say. So I know that you're gonna say the other person. No.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna say Sam here.
Yeah.
I think Sam was a really cool character, a really good way to kind of tie back constantly into Golden Boy. It's like almost like the two different sides of Golden Boy. It's like you have like the character who you see at the starting of episode 1, and you see like the broken half of him. Sam kind of plays the broken half of Golden Boy. What happens when the woods fully takes an effect over someone? Mm-hmm. He's been trapped, he's been isolated, and he sees the world so differently now because of it. Almost in like this puppet form. I think it's incredible. It almost reminds me of Black Noir.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get on to that in a bit.
Yeah.
But all of Sam's scenes are just, not only are they funny, they're just like fucking hell.
I mean, they're brutal. I mean, it's his good. Look, he got super strength, but it's the way he's depicted is so cool. It's just the guy you think, oh, he's super strength, whatever, and he's just punching people's like bodies apart, heads off, and it's like ripping their arms and legs off. It's like Jesus.
He has I think his most comparable power set is probably to like. I was gonna say Homelander.
I'd say Soldier Boy. Like he just Soldier Boy.
I think it's Soldier Boy. I think it's Soldier Boy. Yeah. He can't fly, but he has the super strength. He has everything like that. But we'll get into it later. But yeah, I just think Sam is just a really cool character having the show. I love the fact he gets on with what's your one's name again? The blonde one. Emma, yeah. I love the fact that he gets on with Emma and that whole dynamic they have. Her constantly having to talk him off the cliff and talk him off the deep end.
Yeah, literally.
I love the fact he sees the world like sometimes as like puppets, almost like this dissociative disorder.
He's got like schizophrenia, but in a funny way.
He's got funny schizophrenia. I think it's almost like a coping mechanism. I think that's the way he kind of uses it.
Yeah, man.
And the fact he's like constantly seeing Golden Boy as well. Yeah. He's constantly seeing his dead brother, and it's like, oh fuck. Really good way to bring the gravity to the situation. Of course, that comes to a head in the finale.
I mean,
overall, like, oh man, like I'll get into the finale in a second, but I was gonna say, like, even like he was taking out a few guards, and he sees, like, you see the world from his perspective. You see him taking out these guards in the puppet form, and it's fucking gory. Like, I never thought I'd be able to see puppets and be like, wow, fuck me. But he's pulling them apart, and all you see is like the bomb and the pow and like the confetti blowing up everywhere, and you're like, yeah, that's someone's intestines. Like, Jesus Christ. Or him and like Emma, like, getting it on, and she turns into a puppet on him.
Yeah, and he's like
fucking hell.
But also him, like, because since he's like simple, him getting like indoctrinated by Rufus, and then kind of showing the college life.
By Rufus. Oh dear God.
Rufus is a menace, and not in a good way.
He kind of the actor. He looks familiar.
He does.
The actor who plays Rufus looks very fucking familiar. He plays kind of like a snivelly character as well. He's really good at playing a fucking snivelly character. I need to look up who he is.
There's something like Supernatural I'm seeing here, but I haven't seen it. And he's in like Arrow apparently, but I also never watched Arrow.
He is in Arrow. Yeah, he is in Arrow. I watched a bit of Arrow.
He's got that like kind of, I just like pretentious but snivelly, because his powers are strong as shit. And of course he's using them for the worst reasons. And seeing him like when he kind of when he like puts Marie to sleep, because Rufus, his power is basically to just put people, like, to mesmerize people and put them to sleep, right? Or what is it exactly?
His powers are, so he has like telepathy, but he uses it in all the wrong reasons. So he has the power to like control minds and stuff like that. But what he does is he just like alters a chemical in their head to put them asleep.
Oh, but
like he roofies them.
Yeah, very, very short range telepathy. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you have to remember. Marie comes up to him and is like, "Yeah,
I was just about to
need your
say
help."
that whole scene is just terrifying. Where she's talking to him and then bang. And the next thing you know, and the only reason like she wakes up is because there's banging at the door, and that kind of fucks his concentration.
Yeah.
And it's Jordan, and then content warning, blows his penis off.
Yeah, literally blows his dick off.
Like when you say blow his penis off, this is not innuendo. His penis explodes from the inside due to the amount of pressure caused by Marie's blood controlling. Because obviously his penis is erect, so there's a lot of blood in it, and she causes it to literally explode. Like, oh my god, that's like he deserves it, but oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, fucking disgusting. It was a seriously gross scene. Another gore effect. You're like, oh fuck.
You got me again, boys. Or genv.
And it also plays a perfect foreshadowing to another character who comes up later on, a certain politician, and what her powers are. And I was like, oh shit. Because thinking back on it, like I didn't really expect it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think also these other recurring characters are so funny, like Maverick. We'll talk about what Maverick does at the end, but Maverick is
Maverick was fucking hilarious.
Maverick is in translucent sun, so he's invisible, but he wears glasses and a hat, so everyone knows where he is at all times, you know. And he's goofy, he's quirky. You see him like, you know, kind of getting into some like weird sex stuff once or twice, and he's a bit weird or whatever. Haha. And then
he literally he fucks a goat. He walks around with like a goat or a donkey or something like that. He just
yeah.
I don't know if like her thing is like she's like a human and like her whole power is she turns into a donkey, or if
we don't even know, and I think that's
she's just a donkey. Yeah. It's kind of fucking like it is disgusting, and they do mention it multiple times. Like he is a fucking weirdo. He is like a sex crazed weirdo. And yeah, I'll let you say the.
And so
I'll let you say the funny.
So at the end, you know, there's a fight, and he's just fighting Marie, and she's like, "Oh, Maverick, you know, come on, it's alright." And he's walking up, and then he just takes off the glasses and throws his hat off, and then it's like oh shit, he's actually invisible. Like I can't see him. What do we do? And then he's just beating her up, and it's like, oh my god, Maverick is actually like a threat. And then Marie, you know, manages to kind of calm herself, channel her blood, and kind of can see his outline because of the blood. And then, you know, I'm pretty sure she like explodes him as well.
No, she doesn't explode. No, she
I know.
Like a helicopter propeller.
Oh,
wallops him, and he just cracks on the floor, naked as well, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. But yeah,
she's like, oh, what the fuck.
Well, I want to talk about, in my opinion, the character that kind of, from the start, I was like, alright, something's up with this character. And then throughout the show, which is progressively, this character's been... she's been pulling the strings, but she's also herself been pulled by other people, if you know what I mean. And that, of course, is Kate in genv. See, because at the start, as you said, Golden Boy, he could be... We thought, he might be the antagonist or protagonist. And then, you know, his girlfriend Kate, you know, like the mean popular girl or whatever. That's what you think at the start. Then you kind of find out, she's kind of sound, you know, and his power is similar to Rufus's kind of suggestion telepathy when she touches people's skin. And then you just see what she's been doing to the group and what she's been doing to Golden Boy throughout the whole show and throughout his whole life in college. It's just terrifying. And how she's been involved with the fucking Woods.
She's been directly involved with the Woods.
Yeah.
Sure, she literally would sit there in the room with... Like, Golden Boy saw his brother nearly once a week because they were transferring blood over. Like, it's fucking insane. Just so that he'd gain more of Sam's powers. Yeah. And that's how he got so strong. He wasn't just like...
Yeah.
I was almost going to say fuck it.
Well, he wasn't that... Well, he basically was doping.
Yeah, no, he was doping, yeah.
And And it's like the torture that causes her, because obviously she's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm with you. But she can also see, like we see, there's an episode where we go into Kate's mind, and you can kind of see her past, but you can also see how she dealt with Golden Boy. And how she had to basically put him to sleep. For when you first see it, you think, oh, you know, kind of poor Kate and Golden Boy, because she has to, you know, put him to sleep, because he's constantly talking about the wars and Sam and his trauma. And they all believe Sam's dead. But then you realise she knows the whole time, and she's on purpose fucking with him. And she claims to, you know, love and be with him. But she is inducing this kind of psychotic state in him, where he doesn't know what's real and what's not anymore, because he's just insane, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then,
and it turns out she didn't really love him either.
yeah, no.
She was only doing it because the dean was putting her up to it, and she actually ended up loving Andre.
Yeah, and all the
And
whole,
they started
yeah.
they started the whole affair.
That whole affair
oh.
is, oh my god. Because that's instantly like an episode after he dies, and you're like, hold up a second, wait.
Yeah, what's going on here? Kind of scummy of Andre as well. I think Tech Knight brought that up. It's like kind of weird how you got with your best friend's
Yeah.
girlfriend as soon as he dies.
And then, oh yeah. So obviously, but when the dean like states that, you know, that she make the virus, Kate's like, kill yourself, and
Yeah.
Dean fucking stabs herself, and it's like, holy shit! Like Kate's got no mercy for anyone, and it's what I love is so look, I only realized this after like one of the last episodes, reading like a discussion on it. But Kate is obviously, we have, you know, Andre. He's like the good guy. He's trying to figure out the mystery of the woods. He's got Magneto's powers. Kate's got Xavier's telepathy powers in it to an extent. And Magneto, the radicalist, the guy who, you know, always pushes for mutant rights. Humans are inferior, mutants are superior. Well, that's Kate by the end. And it's the fact that she's like evil Charles Xavier. I just love it. I love that. And in the college, obviously, like the college for mutant soups, I love that kind of juxtaposition, which it's so in your face, but you just don't notice it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never thought of it at all. And then, like, she's taking like meds to suppress her powers the whole time. And so, like, by the end, it's because throughout the thing, her eyes are like kind of, like they're like blue and kind of like almost kind of, I don't know how to say. Like they got that blue that's like almost haunting blue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at the end, the white peoples are bloodshot red, and it's like Jesus, like she's going crazy here. Kate's my favorite character because, like what she goes through, her backstory where she doesn't realize she has the power. She tells her brother to walk away, and he just doesn't come back because he.
That was in that was in her mind episode. That was
brutal.
Fucking, yeah.
Like as a child, she has no concept of, you know, what she's doing, and she kills her brother, and her mom blames her for it, and then sends her away. Locks her up actually in the room.
Yeah, locks her up in the room, and she has to constantly wear layers of clothes.
Yeah, like it's
and the
awful.
dean comes and, you know, quote unquote saves her.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like crazy how also in the show, everyone who has their powers, they have them. I think it's like almost like their worst fears. I think, if you get me, like Kate just doesn't want to be able to control anyone, but yeah, she has the power to seduce and to suggest everything. You have Marie, who hates herself because of what happens to her family, and like intentionally self-harms.
Yeah.
And that's her power. You have Andre, who doesn't want to live in his father's shadow.
Yeah,
like
and
shadow,
literally is his father's son, to a T.
and he is his father's son. And then you have I'm forgetting the other character who switches. Jordan, yeah. Jordan, who's trapped within like their own body.
Yeah.
Has the power to switch, you know, genders.
I mean,
which has different powers because they're two people trapped in one, you know?
Yeah, Jordan's a really cool character as well. Like, it's something that it makes perfect sense for the current time, but when you think about it, you're like, ooh, how is this going to work? How is this going to be executed? Well, Jordan's a great character. Obviously, they're very jealous of Golden Boy, and like the fact that they've been working with the Freak for so long, but they're not getting the recognition, and obviously their parents are just obviously treating them horribly. And it's
Sure,
just
because they come from like an Asian household as well, where
yeah,
it's like it's not really accepted, so he always has to constantly stay as a boy.
yeah.
And like their powers are just so like diverse as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I mean, Emma's power is like, as you said, when tied exactly to her fears. Literally, her weight issues, which were like basically caused by her mom's kind of nagging and pressure. And it's the fact that when she throws up, she gets shorter. When she eats more, she gets taller. Like that's brutal. Like that's
It's not even that. It's like when she feels like small as
oh
a
yeah
person,
yeah yeah.
she gets small,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah,
fucking crazy as well.
yeah. That's like later on, like halfway through, when she like Sam makes her feel small, and then she like shrinks, and it's like
Yep.
Jesus, like a coping mechanism, like you said. It's like Jesus, that's awful.
And it kind of like when you think of like the foreshadowing in the show, because if you remember, also in episode 1, the whole fucking your man telling her to shrink.
Oh my god, I think that's the most disgusting thing I've seen in January, and it's pardon my crass language, but she shrinks, and she has to bounce up on a man's penis and his ball sack. So he grabs his penis and she goes up and down on it as a small person and bounces on his ball sack. Oh my god, that hurt me on the inside.
And like the whole thing is like she's small and worthless,
Yeah,
and she's only being used, and so she feels even smaller.
yeah.
Like I think that's fucked.
That's
That's
awful.
fucked. And the only way she can become normal again is if she pukes, which is even worse. Like that's the only way she can become normal.
Yeah.
Like she can go back to normal size. And then she felt her most confident, and she grows bigger.
Yeah,
Like when she was doing like the naked dance in the pool and all that, when she was like under Kate's effect, but everyone thought they were after taking a drug or something.
yeah.
I just think it's fucking like, the power's been like so tied to the characters, but so indirectly tied. Seriously.
It's done perfectly. Yeah,
It is.
I,
It's done perfectly.
I want to take a moment to talk about Andre because I actually forgot about this. I only remembered this today. But Andre in the show, his dad is like in hospital by the end due to like, using his powers. And obviously throughout the show, we see Andre doesn't want to, doesn't want to be like his dad. His dad's a bit of a coward. He isn't fighting against Vought, against the Woods, and Andre, he does, but at the same time, obviously, he's not a great person. Like, he's getting with Kate, and he's kind of opposing Jordan, and there's a lot of friction, and he feels like he's not being a proper friend to Luke, to Golden Boy, and I do want to like address the actor Chance has sadly passed away. This year actually, in a motorcycle accident, and I actually didn't know. I actually didn't remember about the whole father passing away thing, or father being sick from the disease. So they might incorporate that into his passing.
Sure, they said to him that you're on a time limit, like
I think
because the powers you use
yeah.
are directly killing you.
Because by the end, like Andre, Emma, Jordan, and Marie, they're in the woods, like they're locked up. What I could see is like it could begin next season of Gen V or whenever they show up, could begin with them like escaping, or them like being free, and it's because Andre like basically used his powers, trained himself so much to like break out, and then like sacrifice himself.
I could see almost like an escape scene.
Yeah.
So like I'd say halfway through The Boys, of course, if this is the final season, I could see halfway through this upcoming season we get
Look, season
a
4.
cut to,
Because there's Gen V season 2 and then season 5 with the boys.
oh, is there? It's
Yeah.
already confirmed.
So season 5 has been confirmed a while back. Gen V season 2 is also confirmed a while back.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing is, I will mention, a report came out today that guy was saying he said season 5 of the boys might not be the last one, which I was kind of like, bro, if season 5 is not the last one, how long is it going to be going on for? But anyway.
I don't know how they're going to play off the Andre character, because he is a pivotal character in the show, and of course due to the unfortunate circumstances, like, are they going to recast him? Are they going to...
No. They said they're not going to recast him. They already said that.
It's just difficult to say what they're going to do, unless they just do like I hate to say it, but they could just like side plot the character in Gen V season 2. Like, of course, they're not going to break out of the woods straight away, or else it wouldn't really be a show. But what I could see them do is like Andre tries to help them escape in the first episode, and he gets left behind, and that's like his, heroic act.
Yeah, I feel like somehow he'll help them escape. Not on screen, but like they'll kind of talk about it. On him sacrificing himself. I feel like that's something like kind of noble to do.
I feel like they have to give him like a noble way out.
They're like it would be awful if they have him like just have a boy's way out. Do you know what I mean?
Now, I remember saying that to you. I was like, what are they going to do? Like, are they just going to like, kill him off in the first episode?
I think we're not even going to see it. I think episode 1 might actually we might be seeing Kate, Sam, and a bunch of other characters, and it might end, or episode 2 might start with like the 3 out of the 4 being out, and it's like you can see like the way they escaped is like metal doors destroyed, metal stuff are ripped out, and it's clear like metal was used to leave, but like Andre's not there, and they're like, oh, Andre, and they're like, oh shit, we need to go, and it's like, yeah, damn, like he sacrificed himself for us.
Or you could have like, with the power of AI these days, you could literally have like somebody like replicate his voice, saying, I can't hold it for much longer. You've got to go, and then they escape. He gets left behind, and Jordan's like, he did it for us. Come on, we gotta go. We gotta get out to make sure that he gets out. I think that could be it. And then we hear in the show or something like that he passed away, or that the woods was dissolved, and that everyone inside is dead.
Yeah.
Could be the only way to do it.
Yeah, but I think they'll do it properly. But yeah,
and then what I could also see them doing is the dad has the degenerative disease. Of course, he's going to hear about his son being locked up. He's going to like, I need to get my son out. I need to get my son.
Yeah.
So you can have the father almost step in Andre's role. And then he'll find a foil or something like that. And they'll see like they were doing some experimentation on him. And now he's dead.
I mean, yeah, the father could like work with Marie and all them and be like, look, for my son and this and that,
I think so. Yeah, it's the best way to do it, because they don't. I don't think they can't have a boy style death.
No,
and they can't see him being like, I don't know, experimented on and fucked with and all that, because if the family are watching the show, they're gonna be like, oh fuck. Or people who love the actor are gonna be like, oh fuck, like that's not right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they'll do it well, and I think we should talk about the ending, what it kind of could mean for the boys and the world.
Of course, we have the big reveal of Homelander dropping into the Godolphin University, and we see him like take out Marie and take out Andre, like we said already, and him now labeling Kate and Sam as the guardians of the Godolphin.
It's so funny.
Which also means insta ride into the 7.
Yeah.
Of course, with Black Noir and with Starlight kind of on the verge of leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's staying for the power and for the media attention and all that, so that she can get her point across. But I do see her stepping out of the 7.
Yeah, I feel like by
with this upcoming season,
I feel like halfway through the season, or maybe
she'll have to step out, because you can see it in the trailers. It's Team Homelander versus Team Starlight.
Yeah.
And that's like what they're pinning it off as. So I could see Starlight stepping off, and Kate almost coming in to fill that role.
Yeah, like the blonde, good-looking, hopeful, girl.
Yeah, Guardians of the Godolphin, the power twin.
Yeah, the new age,
Yeah, it's like she will lead us on to a new era, and her powers will be able to. Her voice will save the world, kind of thing. That's the way they're going to play her character. And of course, she'll get more and more power by touching more and more famous people, and she'll probably not wear the gloves anymore.
Yeah.
And that'll be a true show of her power, Oh, actually, she lost a hand.
Yeah, her left hand got exploded by Maeve.
by
Marie,
Marie.
sorry,
She fucking
Marie.
blew up her left hand. That's what caused Homeland to flip.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like,
You hurt your own.
He was like, you.
Oh,
He was like, you savage, or you sick fuck. How dare you attack your own? I wonder.
You realize Homelander isn't there to fuck around. He's not there to help things.
But you wonder, is Kate gonna have like a bionic arm, or are they gonna make it look human? Like, I wonder what it's gonna look like. I hope it looks cool, because I don't know.
I think they'll give her a bionic arm. I think I'll have to have some sort of like enhancement of her powers, because as she is right now, I don't think is like it's not going to be able to hold up in like the 7.
But the whole point is she's off the pills, and like by the end, I feel like we don't know her power. I don't feel like we don't know the level, because the whole point is she's been taking the pills to suppress the power usage.
Yeah, maybe she's able to control people with her mind. That could be it. And she doesn't actually need to directly touch people anymore. It could almost be a Jean Grey.
Yeah, very much so.
Which would also be fucking terrifying. Can you imagine having a Jean Grey?
Well, no, I don't. Well, I don't think she's gonna get any telekinesis.
Well, not telekinesis, but like Jean Grey was able to use suggestion, and she was able to read minds.
You know, Jean Grey also had the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, that's true.
The Phoenix Force and the boys.
The Phoenix Force and the boys? Question mark? Question mark?
Galactus.
Galactus and the boys. That is the finale. It's like Galactus has come. Silver Surfer pops up.
God.
Sorry, it'll be golden skateboarder will pop up.
Yeah.
Like,
it would be fucking Cosmonus. Like, it's like Galactus is Cosmonus. Oh god.
yeah, Cosmo is here. He is here to enslave the planet, not eat it. Enslave the planet.
I think we'll only see Sam and Kate, and like the virus obviously will mention. Obviously, Billy Butcher will talk about the woods, because like he was sent to go there, you know, so he'll kind of be figuring out what's going on. My question is, do you think Annie and Genevieve, like, do you think Sam and Kate might die in The Boys season 4 or no?
I don't think they'll die, because they need them as antagonists.
Yeah.
For Gen V season 2.
I think I'd be extremely disappointed, because my issue with The Boys season 3 was they didn't kill off Soldier Boy or Maeve at the end, so it kind of felt flat. So I think if they kill off these two characters now, I'd be raging, because how can they protect Soldier Boy and Maeve and then kill off these two characters, which are going to be very important for the next show? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when Soldier Boy and Maeve's kind of character arcs were done in that season, it was like you got everything you wanted out of Soldier Boy and you got everything you wanted out of Maeve. It's like, all right, like you're willing, like you can kill them off now. I don't mind.
Both of them should have, like, if one of them died, I would have been like, oh yeah, fair enough. But like, the fact that none of them died, it's kind of like, well, why? Because Maeve's in hiding with like her girlfriend away, and Soldier Boy was put back to sleep. So are we gonna have another waking up Soldier Boy arc? Are we gonna have another trying to find Maeve arc? Like, I don't know.
I could see Sam will become the new Black Noir.
Oh, 100%. I mean, yeah, he has to, surely. It's because obviously I feel like at the start they take him in and they'll be like, oh yeah, I think they'll realize he's mental and like we cannot trust this guy to say anything in public. So I think they're like, wear this suit, like I think it'll suit you, and and don't talk. And then I think he'll like kind of like it as well, the fact that he can't see like himself and helps dissociate himself as well.
I think what could also happen is that they use Kate to control Sam. And it's like, you will be Black Noir. You will not talk.
Yeah.
You will not take off your mask.
Or like, you can't take off your mask. You don't, like, you cannot. Under that mask, like, it's dangerous if you take off the mask. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, like, she literally controlled Sam to not feel any emotions anymore.
Yeah.
So the question will be, is he actually crazy anymore? Because he doesn't have any feelings or any dissociation, because he has no feelings anymore. He doesn't feel any trauma. He doesn't feel any pain. He doesn't feel any relief. He has no feelings. He's like, wow, I feel so much better now.
I'm just
He doesn't have anything to hold on to.
So hyped for these two characters in Nexus and the Boys. I really, really hope they do them right.
One character I really hope gets return in this next season. Tech Knight.
Oh, Tech Knight, baby.
Tech fucking Knight. Arguably my favorite side character in the whole fucking like The Boys and Gen V verse. The influence this guy had, he catapulted Gen V for me. Like he made it fucking.
He's so funny. His episode is like episode like 3, I think. Oh, it's phenomenal.
It actually like this put hope into the show. I was like, wow, this is seriously fucking good. The fact he was able to come in and completely rattle everything. Like the Marie character, who like is supposed to be like the lawful good character, gets completely fucking rattled by Tech Knight. He comes in, he fucks with everyone. I mean, had the Dean in raps.
Yeah, he literally fucking 1v everyone and nearly does it. If he wasn't such a sickle, he would have gotten away.
He actually would have got the whole fucking his weakness. His one weakness is that he can't help fucking weirdly shaped holes. I think that's fucking gas, and he has a brain tumor because of his powers. It's like the same thing which gives you powers also makes you want to fuck weird holes. He's like, how do you know? And then the whole compilation of him going around the fucking Godalkin University fucking all the holes.
Oh shit, I've seen like reports that I think he might show up in The Boys season 4.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
I mean, it's cause like his power is he's basically like Sherlock Holmes.
He is Sherlock.
He got superhuman deduction, and he can like analyze, and he can hear perfectly, and he can see the someone's heartbeat and the sweat and the veins and the eyes are more dilated. And he interviews them all publicly, and he just rinses them all one by one.
Man, I will never forget the Tech Knight Andre interview.
Oh my god!
How long have you been fucking his bitch? And Andre's like,
huh?
What?
Huh?
Yeah, Golden Boy's bitch. How long have you been fucking her? And Andre is like, how the fuck? And he's like, I can smell her off your fingers. He's like, what? The dad looks over at Andre like, you fucking
dumbass.
It's like, so how long you been smoking with her, huh? You just go over for a bit of smoky, was it? And the dad's getting even more upset. Andre's like, you don't understand. It's fucking great. It's like, I love the Tech Knight character. I hope, I don't hope for a big role around like that. But I hope he gets down to the Olivia Newman stuff. I hope he like fucking cops her out or something.
Yeah, but he's gonna get instantly killed. Olivia Newman's got Marie powers. Like Olivia Newman is like what Marie could be, which is revealed towards the end of the show. She can just like control blood and just explode people. Like she's a menace. Like Olivia Newman is like she's a nuclear option. Like how can you stop her? Tech Knight he'll suss her out and then he'll just get killed.
But Tech Knight is smarter than that. Like he knew all about the woods. He knew all about everything.
Yeah, but like,
he's smarter than that. He knew like, oh fuck, we gotta shut this shit down. Like he hasn't died yet because technically, like you said, his powers are the power of observation. That's it. His powers aren't necessarily OP in any sense, but it will fucking probably get him out of trouble. I feel like he'd be able to understand when she uses her powers. Because, of course, she's able to control blood.
Maybe.
So he'll have to kind of cop it. You'll be like, her heart rate's elevating.
Yeah, but it's not like he'll be able to, like, run away or something. Her thing is instant. He won't be able to, like, I'm going to, like, put on my glasses or something and she can't see me.
No. It won't be anything like that, but maybe... Honestly, like...
I mean,
what's stopping him from using a gun? Why can't Tech Knight use a gun?
She'd probably be able to blow his fingers up before he can pull the trigger, like Marie.
But he has the powers of observation. He'll be able to tell.
But he can't observe what happens in her head. And also, let's not forget, Olivia Newman, the same thing. She'll be able to see if Tech Knight's heart beating quicker, and if he's kind of like, she can probably feel if his fingers are about to contract on something. You know what I mean?
It's a perfect stalemate.
Yeah, Tech Knight versus Olivia Newman. Unstoppable force versus an immovable object.
like Tech Knight will be able to observe her and be like, she's going to use her powers for her heart rate's elevating. But then she'll be able to be like, he's going to fucking try shoot me.
Yeah.
His heart rate's elevating. Oh, fuck. How do you stop? How do you stop blood bending? How do you fucking stop this?
What you have to do is just like sneak hit her, because she's not. I doubt she cannot take. Like, she probably will get, if she get punched in the head by Homelander, she's dead.
Oh yeah, of course.
From like the back. So I think the whole point is overwhelm her with a bunch of people, or like gank her. But the whole point is she's like a public figure and you can't really gank her, and she's also like she gets it. So I don't know.
I think what could happen is, and I kind of hope.
No, I'm sorry.
Well,
Wait. I had to interrupt you because I think I have it. Tech Knight is going to interact with the Deep. Come on, imagine Tech Knight and the Deep. Deep's redemption. Deep gets back on the 7, and Tech Knight's like, you shouldn't be back here. Like you're still doing everything. Or maybe Tech Knight is opposite. Maybe he's like, you know what, you've actually changed. Like, I feel like I don't know.
Tech Knight is used as like raw fucking media.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No! I see it. I see it now. I see it in the stars. How were we so dumb? Tech Knight is gonna interview Sam and Kay. Sam and Kay.
Yeah, and he's gonna like. I was gonna say
he's gonna interview Sam and Kay, and Kate will use her powers on Tech Knight.
Oh, and then like make him basically clear them.
Yes.
Oh shit, that would be really cool.
That's how they're gonna pull it.
Or they can have him interview Starlight, and then like Homelander's like, yo, interview Starlight, see what she's up to, see, like, you know, kind of. Obviously he knows what she's up to.
I feel like that will only happen after they interview Sam and Kay, because Tech Knight is a Gen V character. It would make sense to put him in with the Gen V characters. Interview them as the Guardians of the Gildalkin and the new stars of the 7, and it's like, Sam, where are you gonna find yourself in the 7? And Sam will be like, I will be the next Black Noir or something. And it'll be like, whoa, Sam's the new Black Noir. And then it'll be like, Kay, where do you see yourself? And it's like, I'm gonna be the manager for the 7. Something like that, you know? Because she did take like manager classes and stuff like that. And Tech Knight's gonna be like, wow, look at these guys. I can tell about them. These are the best new people coming into the 7 I've ever seen. You know, these guys, these are up for it. And then you can have something like Starlight comes in and he's interviewing her, and he actually does interview her. And it's like, maybe that could be like the rift which is caused between Homelander and Starlight. That's like the two sides. That's how it's formed. You're gonna have Tech Knight interview and be like, so do you agree with everything Homelander's doing? And of course she's gonna be like, oh yes, I agree with everything. Oh yeah, no, he's the leader of the 7. And it's gonna be like, that's not how you actually feel, is it? This is how you really feel.
See, maybe we're putting... See, because I love it, but maybe we're putting like too much emphasis on Tech Knight. You know? Maybe he'll just show up for a bit and then just...
Maybe Tech Knight is just like a main character.
Maybe Tech Knight is the guy. And also, in the comics, like, I'm looking at it right now, because I knew Tech Knight's in the comics. I didn't know he was this guy. And he's a bit different, but he still has like the... Like, he's a different character, but he still has like the like he loves like banging shit, and like he dies getting crushed by like a wheelbarrow. But like in his head, he's imagining he's like saving the world from a meteor, and he's like fucking it. And I'll just send you this image because you don't have to read it now, but if you glance at it, you'll see. And the crowd's like, oh my god, let's go, Tech Knight, you know, lay some pipe. like he's a true hero. And he's like, oh my god. I put it in the...
What the fuck?
Like, the comics are insane. Like, the show's insane, the comics are insane in, like, a different way.
He's fucking a meteorite.
Yeah, that's in his head, and I think it actually gets crushed by, like, a wheelbarrow full of bricks. Because he had like a... He had a brain tumor in his head, and like he couldn't
Oh, you've completely cut off now.
Oh, say hello. Huh? Oh, I'm here.
Right, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good. It's all good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, cut off there for a second. Anyway, yeah, so what were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, he gets killed by a falling wheelbarrow of bricks, and he had a tumor in his head, so that's why he couldn't like properly figure it out. Whatever. But yeah, Tech Knight. Goddamn Tech Knight. Yeah, what other things are gonna happen for season 4? We can do a little like season 4 for the last five minutes. We can do a little what do you think is gonna happen in season 4 of The Boys, you know?
I feel like everything's kind of like ironed out right now. I feel like all we have to do is just wait for events to unfold.
But it's like, well, what do you think? Who's gonna die? Do we think anyone's gonna die? Hopefully, someone's gonna die. Do we think, like, if season 5 is gonna be last season, then like, how are they gonna kill Homelander? Will they figure it out this season?
See, I have a sneaky theory. Sneaky theory. Of course, we know from the trailer the virus is going to play a big part.
Oh shit! Yeah.
In season 4, like we do see, like Billy Butcher has possession of the virus because Olivia Newman gives it to him. Yes. Like he gives it to the boys, and it's like, this is how we can get rid of Homelander. Yeah. This is how we can get rid of all soups. It's going to be the constant discussion between the boys. I think that's what's going to separate them this season. It's going to be, do we use the virus to take out every soup? It's, it's a one for all for one kind of situation. I mean, yeah. It's like, do we get rid of all of them, or do we get rid of none of them? Mm-hmm. This is the only weapon we have. Because remember, in season 3, they're constantly looking for the weapon to kill Homelander, the weapon to do this, the weapon to do that. Now they actually have something which is not only viable, but it's madly contagious. Every soup will die. It's a question of, the ethical causes.
Billy will want to obviously use it on everyone.
Billy will want to use it.
Well, Huey will. Yeah.
Well, Huey won't, because Starlight will be affected.
Well, yeah,
she'll be killed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Huey will be the opposite. Like Huey will stand opposite.
Huey Frenchie, because
Kimiko
will die. Of course, Kimiko won't want to use it. Mother's Milk won't want to use it.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
It'll be Billy and Olivia, and it'll be the rest of the boys. Because of course you have to remember, what's her name? The almost like the Amanda Waller type character.
Yes, I know who she is. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember her name for the life of me. She shows up in Gen V as well, and she says that's a fucking stupid idea. To the Dean, she's like, that's an awful idea. And if I were you, I'd destroy any evidence you have of that now before it gets out to Vaugh that you're trying to kill off all their precious superheroes. Which is very true, like. So I think it'll be Billy against the others, and maybe the others will try rush to make an antidote because they know Billy will use it. It's just a matter of when. And I think the first person Billy will use it on is Olivia Newman. That gets rid of her character. I think she dies off. I think she's the first person to die by using the virus.
I think that would be cool. I think I don't know. I don't really know. Is Olivia Newman, is she trying to be president? I'm still trying to figure out what her whole shtick is.
She's trying to get into Parliament, and she is trying to push for to kill off most soups, so that she can kind of become like overlord kind of thing. I think that's like her whole shtick.
We definitely will need like a bit of a reveal though, because it's still a big mystery. Like we're still not fully elucidated.
Yeah, I feel like, of course, the virus is going to play a big part. Homelander's descent into madness will also play a big part.
Yeah.
Because of course we see him at the end of season 3. He takes out the protester who threw something at his son.
Oh yeah, I mean Homelander's going to be sicko mode. I think they're like the 7 are going to be like enforcers. Do you know what I mean? Like in the trailer, he's like, yeah, you guys are like gods now.
Yeah, you are no longer heroes. You are gods. Of course, Sam and Kate become like literally like bulldogs.
Yeah.
So they're gonna start enforcing themselves over the world. You probably see like more shit coming to light about like the airplane crash and shit like that, which is also a pretty good reference in Gen V as well. The Dean's husband and daughter died in that plane crash.
Yeah.
Which Homelander directly caused, and that's what pushed her to become Dean of Godolphin. Yeah.
Well, to make the virus.
To make the virus, which will eventually take out all soups. Pretty good. I could see Billy becoming dependent on V24.
Oh,
Same with Huey.
100%, 100%.
100%. Maybe Huey gets addicted to it. I could also see that. Because we also see Huey in the trailers. He's getting like up close and personal. He does not give a fuck anymore. So I could definitely see him getting addicted to it or finding a permanent
Because
V24.
since this is the second last season, it's hard to say where it's going to go if last season is. Because I have something in mind how it's going to end, and I don't want to say it. And I feel like that's the right way it should end. But, obviously it's a bit different. So we'll see.
Of course, I know the ending of The Boys.
Do
I
you?
know the ending.
Are
I
you
know
sure?
how it ends.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, no. I know how it ends. Should we say it or?
yeah, we can say it.
Basically, it's Homelander's dead and Billy Butcher goes around kind of like murking the rest of the boys. Eventually, he comes to Huey and he kills Huey and then he kills himself.
Okay, that's not the ending of The Boys.
Wait, is it not?
No.
Right, you tell me the ending then.
It's
'Cause
very yeah, you're right, except Huey kills him in the end. The whole point is, like, Butcher's got a death wish, and he kind of wants Huey to kill him at the end. And yeah, Huey kills him.
Oh, yes. I do remember now, yeah.
Because he wants to
And
give Huey, like, the ability to kind of go off with his life and not be forced to kind of be bogged down by Billy and the memories. And so kind of, like, pushes it upon Huey to kill him.
Yeah, I do remember now. I thought it was Billy kills Huey and then he kills himself. No, you're right, it is.
But Huey goes back. But Butcher kills Buttersmilk, Frenchie, and
Kimiko.
yeah, kills everyone. So we're gonna see. In my opinion, that is how it should end. Maybe not. In my opinion, that's the whole point is like it's the madness which like Billy will sacrifice his soul to the devil to kill Homelander. That's the whole point. Homelander raped his wife and messed up made a child from his wife, and then now he's corrupting that child. He'll stop at nothing to kill Soups, and by the end, he's a shell of himself and needs to be put down. And it needs to be Huey. Like that's not everything with his young brother and his young brother, commit suicide. It's been everything. But yeah, I think in the end, what do you think of Gen V at a fuck? Oh shit!
You're back.
Fuck! I didn't realize I was. Shit! Alright,
Yeah,
what'd you miss?
You were saying how I think it was
Well, look,
along the
I'll
lines of
finish it
Billy
off.
Butcher.
I'll finish it off. It's cyclical. It's cyclical. The whole point is Billy Butcher needs to sell his soul to the devil in order to be able to kill Soups and Homelander. And then it's like Billy Butcher's gone too far and needs to be stopped. It needs to be Huey because of the brother relationship and because obviously it's Huey. And then it allows Huey to kind of move on past everything. So, in the end, what do you think of Gen V? What would you rate it?
Gen V, I think it's hard to go below a 9, but it's hard to go above 9.5. I'd give it a 9.2 out of 10. Actually, no, I'll go 9.4 out of 10. 9.4 out of 10. And yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I feel like I'd say so, yeah.
I think 9.2 was a little bit too rough in it there because it's done. Like, it is seriously good.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it breaks the 9.5 mark. It's not getting it the S++ tier.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9.4. I'd lock that in.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. And I can't wait for next season. The Boys coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks time. So yeah, perfect time. Catch up on all your boys stuff now. People at home. Catch up on Gen V. Catch up on I have to say Amazon are doing really fucking well.
Yeah.
For like posting up random clips and random tidbits. Like if you look at, they have like a teaser for the first episode of season 4, where it's like all them on the red carpet and stuff. It's pretty good.
Oh.
I watched that. That's pretty interesting. and then they have just like stuff with the deep and stuff, you know,
Yeah, that's always
little things to get you hyped up for the show, which is always good to see. So yeah, catch up on them, and yeah, we'll be back in 2-3 weeks. Of course, we're gonna watch Furiosa over the next day or two. See if it really is dog shit.
No, I heard it hits different.
Oh really?
I heard it's phenomenal.
Oh fuck.
And obviously we've had a suspicions, but I heard it's a must watch.
Damn.
Yeah, I heard it's phenomenal. But also it's doing bad in the box office because it's Mad Max and no one ever sees Mad Max, you know. Because it would naturally do bad. Even if it was... I heard it's really good. But look, we'll see. You'll hear from us in the next couple of days if Furiosa is in fact a masterpiece or a master bust. But with that, bye-bye.